Mike Marasco had started the Farley Center and was working with the medical school, and they put together NUvention Medical, which had a whole bunch of schools together, and students worked over 2 quarters to produce a prototype medical device, business plan, and patent. And the dean of McCormick, Julio Atino, came to me. I had just left Microsoft and was teaching a software engineering course in computer science. The dean came to me and he said, could you meet Mike? We'd like to do something like NUvention Medical, but in software with undergraduates and graduate students. And so that was sort of the recipe we were given at the beginning. That was in 2009.
There are a number of characteristics journalists have that are very valuable in any kind of a team or business environment, I believe. That includes the ability to find things out, research things, write and communicate clearly, create content, use social media. These are all skills that any organization in today's day and age needs, certainly any startup needs. In this environment, every team has a couple of software engineers who are capable of building things. They often have a Kellogg business student, they may have a design student. The goal of the media innovation specialization is to have those students come into this class able, when something needs to get done that is not somebody's job to do, somebody will raise their hand and say, I can do that. I'd like to think that our students are contributing in that way as well.
My space is media and publishing, others are health and fitness, wearable technology, virtual reality, and a whole bunch of other technologies. So these groups are building a product for those spaces. And the way it works is we go out and talk to people who are involved in these spaces, try to come up with new ideas, try to address problems they have, pain points, and then we internalize and analyze that information, and from there we work with our teams, which are comprised of people in different roles, but product managers, developers, people who have business skills, product management skills, interviewing skills. You put all these people together and you come up with some really good ideas about how to address the problems that people have, and that's what we're building here.
We have a team of 5 people. I'm the one from Media Innovation program, and we have 1 MBA, 1 film student, and 2 developers. It's an interesting experience because we come from each of us come from totally different background, and you definitely learn a lot because our background is so different. Everyone has their own way of doing startup because I think the engineering school and the business school teach how to run startup entrepreneurship different from my deal, and we're trying really hard to bring to get on the same page. But at the same time, each person has their own expertise, which we can learn a lot from each other.
I think the NUvention experience is always amazing because students get this very immersive entrepreneurial experience. And it's the safest environment to fail in, which is the whole point of being an entrepreneur. You have to be ready to fail, and you have to be ready to recover quickly. So NUvention teaches you how to do that. Every other week you've got a different challenge, and you might fail at it, but you also have a really supportive environment and team around you to help pick you back up and get you back on your feet and running again.
It reinvigorated my love for the industry. That sounds very cheesy and hokey, but seeing everybody tackle a problem in a way that they had to think about it holistically from who is the customer, what is the need, what is the problem that we're trying to solve for, how can we make this viable from a revenue perspective. And those are all things that I think through in my day-to-day profession, and that's the types of people that I want to hire, honestly, the people that think like that and have a design thinking, audience insights focused approach. So it made me really excited about the types of people that are entering the industry, whatever industry that might be, but something I'm hoping relating to just media overall would be my hope. It was great. It was really great.
I think there's kind of a stigma with dating apps. I think people are sometimes afraid, especially in a professional setting, to admit that they're on them. Through our user research and through some demographic research we've been doing, we've actually found that not everybody's single that uses dating apps. Some people are married. Some people identify as in a relationship, but we're not necessarily sure if that means married or not. So the interesting part about what we've found is that just because someone uses a dating app does not necessarily mean that they are single and available.
We got a lot of super helpful feedback, some of them more about like narrowing down and some about our like market size. We have a lot of things to work on for next quarter and I'm looking forward to it.